Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Food Worth Forking. I am your host, Laura Williams, and welcome. I am really excited. I'm so glad you're here with me this evening. It's a Wednesday night, so you could be doing anything, but you have decided to join me and be here. So again, Food Worth Forking. And in case this is your first time watching or listening, Food Worth Forking is all about food, dating, and lifestyle. So food, all things culinary, wine, chefs, restaurants, and of course, delicious bites. Dating tips, do's and don'ts, what we could do better, what we are already doing well, and lifestyle, what's happening out here in this world of ours. So we are about to get this show started. So let's get into it. So, wait, I'll do this every time. I almost forgot. Again, if you are not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to Food Worth Forking. Like this video, ring that bell, hit that bell so you'll get the notifications when there are new episodes or new content that's up. And follow on Instagram, YouTube, of course, Twitter and Facebook at Food Worth Forking. So now that we have that understanding, let's get it started. So listen, some of us love it, some of us, and some others hate it. But let me tell you something. You are going to Forkin EatOkra, and you're going to like it. I promise tonight you're going to like it. You know why? Because I'm not talking about the vegetable. I'm talking about the restaurant app, EatOkra. So let me tell you a little bit about EatOkra so that we can get into this episode here this evening. Yes. So EatOkra is an app dedicated to assist the foodie in you find the best Black-owned restaurants, bakeries, cafes, food trucks, bars, and wineries in your city and across the country, where food and culture and community link. EatOkra connects thousands of foodies to culinary creators and restaurants, reimagining the dining experience in local neighborhoods nationwide. EatOkra amplifies awareness and creates equal opportunities for Black business owners, future trailblazers, and voices in the food and beverage industry. So tonight, I have the pleasure of having on the show as my guest and my co-hosts, the creators and founders of the EatOkra app, Anthony and Janique Edwards. This power duo is sharing with us why the EatOkra app should be your number one go-to app to find the best eats in your city. So, hey, how about it? Everyone, please welcome. Let's give them a great warm welcome. Anthony and Janique Edwards to the show, to Food Worth Forking. And here we go. Hold on. Hey!
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you. How are you doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm just excited to have you here. We have a couple comments here. Let me see what people are saying out here.
Already.
Love. Thank you. Yes. This is going to be great. So I normally, before we get into this and into the questions and finding out about EatOkra and why you did it and how you're doing it, we're just going to warm up a little bit and let's just kind of start with, I do a speed round of some questions. It's fun stuff. Let's see how y'all do this evening. Let's get into this. Okay, so here we go. First up, Facebook or Twitter?
Twitter.
Okay.
Twitter.
All right. What is your PSA, your public service announcement?
Download EatOkra today.
You better say that one more time.
Download EatOkra.
That is it. Okay. So who is your hero or shero?
Yeah. My shiro, I would say my mom, probably.
Let's speak up a little bit.
Nice.
What about
That's
you?
nice.
Yeah, yeah, definitely my parents. My mom is a rock star, entrepreneur, multiple entrepreneur. So I think I look up to her guidance and everything that she's been able to accomplish and just try and just go for it.
Nice. Very good. Okay, so wait, folks are saying we can't hear. Okay, can you hear them? Can you hear better now? Can you hear me? Can you hear them?
Hello.
I can hear. So I hope you can. No one's saying anything. So I think.
I talk kind of low, so maybe that's
Okay. So I think yes.
okay,
Yeah. Someone said yes, that it's better.
okay.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. All right. So here we go. Wait. Let me get back to the questions. Receive an email or a letter.
I would say a letter.
Yeah, a letter's fun, and
Yeah.
it's more
Right?
it's more personal.
Yeah.
You take time to do that, so you have.
It really does.
Yeah.
If we don't do it that often, if ever. I can't think of the last time I wrote a letter it's writing in my journal doesn't count because it's not a letter to anyone but myself. Okay, so where's the craziest place that you have found yourself on a date? Or even when you have had date night and you're like, how did we end up here?
Where's the craziest place we...
One of our first dates, we were like in the park, and then we ended at a pool hall, then we ended up at the museum.
Yeah, we
We
had
were just
one
going that day. We had pizza that night too, so we ended up
we had Caribbean food because we went to the grills downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we started the day off at the museum, then we went and got food at the grills, which is a Caribbean spot here in New York, and then we went to a park, and then we went to a pool hall. So it was just a very
It was long. Y'all were just going on. You were like, oh, we're about to hit all these spots in New York. We're about to get them in tonight. Yes.
Yeah. That was like one of our first or second dates, so it was like lust. It was
like we're going.
Wanted to be together all the
time. Okay, so last weekend on Earth, what city are you eating in, and what would you eat?
Oh man, I would say either New York or New Orleans.
New Orleans is tough.
And like we've never actually been, but I just know that the food. His family's from Louisiana, so.
Oh, okay.
We're gumbo. We like boudin. Remember that boudin?
Crawfish.
So yeah, we love.
So you said you've never been to New Orleans?
No, we've never been to New Orleans. We've been to Louisiana. His family is from Iota, Louisiana, so we've been there. Well, I've been there twice with him for Easter to hang out with his family, and they all cook really amazing food.
So just a suggestion on one of your, serial date nights is to be in New Orleans and just hit all the spots. New Orleans is amazing. You like go from any crazy enough. And I know it's so people are like, what are you talking about? You have to go to Popeyes in New Orleans.
We're familiar with Popeyes.
I'm just saying, it's someone's like, why? But it's a total different experience. At least it was for me. I was like, what? So Popeyes, just to, put it out there.
Different seasoning in theirs versus New York's. Is that what it is?
Something's different.
So good.
Is it the water?
Yeah. All of it. It's all of it. It's so good. So good. Okay. What's your I never knew that moment?
I didn't know you were supposed to cook eggs on low heat for like 10 minutes instead of high for like a minute. Completely different.
Oh, that's new because I never really thought about it. But I don't cook eggs on high. But okay, I'll have to really low.
Cook it at the lowest temperature and let it cook for like 10 minutes, 7-10 minutes.
And what's the effect?
The curdle is different. The way it cooks up is different.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try it because I make some really good eggs. So I'm going to try it. First time hearing that, I'm going to try it, and then I'm going to let you know. I'm like, listen, let me tell you about these eggs.
I did it very recently. Now it just blew my mind because I was like, wow, for 30 years 20 years I've been cooking eggs.
Cooking crumbly eggs.
Hard and fried hard and everything like that. Now when I go to a restaurant and they give me eggs and they're fried hard, I'm like,
take these back. I'm not eating these. Blasphemy. Who's back there? Okay. Honesty or others' feelings. So telling the truth, being honest, or I think I'm going to protect their feelings.
I think it depends on the lie, but depends on what it is, but most likely honesty.
Yeah.
I think you have to be honest. If you care about that person's feelings, then you're honest. There's a way to deliver honesty without being hurtful. So
yeah, without it still may hurt their feelings, but without it being like I'm intentionally trying to hurt you, hurt your feelings. Okay, toilet paper, over or under?
Under.
Okay.
I don't think it matters.
It really doesn't matter to him.
I just put it.
It drives me nuts.
You're like, listen, I just do whatever. I just make it
under.
Yeah, I always put it under.
I've never noticed. I just.
Okay, so how do you want people to remember you?
That's a good one.
Just hard work ethic. Really caring, really being selfless.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely want people to be able to say, that I was, that I help people. Like that's something that I really enjoy doing. And I want people to remember me for that.
Awesome. Very good. And that is our speed round. Not so bad. Wait, so I learned something totally new. Me too. I'm telling you, I'm going to try it, and then I'm like, let me tell y'all something about these eggs. Yes or no? We have to get back to them.
If they're on low, you won't burn them. You can scramble up a little bit, walk away, come back. It's still good.
They're still there.
Yes. All right. So let's get into this evening. So the question, I know you hear it, but we got to know about it. Tell us about you, both of you, and then tell us about how, where did Eat Okra come from? Like, how did it start?
I guess I'll go first. I'll let you ladies first.
Go ahead. It's fine.
So I was born in Los Angeles, but raised in upstate New York. After high school, I went to the Army for 6 years, active duty. Then did another 3 years Air Force Reserves, and then I went to college at Fordham University and got my computer science degree. Got my just about right after that, I got hired at a company called Building Block, where I started as a junior developer and rose to be like our senior developer now. And then during that time, I met Janique.
And his life changed forever. For me, I'm New York born and raised. I was born in the Bronx, raised in the Bronx. I've lived in Harlem. I've lived in Jamaica, Queens. Now we live in Brooklyn. So I've pretty much been everywhere. I went to school at Lehman College in the Bronx. I studied English with a specialization in creative writing. My goal was to be a journalist. That was my dream when I was in school. And then I had a teacher who told me, maybe you should consider something else. Not because I didn't have the skills as a writer. He thought I was very skilled as a writer, but just he didn't see, there was so much uncertainty about like the industry and where things were going in terms of journalism. So he was like, maybe you should, at the time I was studying journalism in school, and then I switched over to English because of his recommendation. So while I was in school, I got an internship with Customs and Border Protection. And it was really just me trying to kind of find something to do and try to make money while I was in school at the time. I was working at a library, not making much money. But I started my career. That's how I started my career in customs. I was an intern. I started in a support role, and even now today, my title is Management Program Analyst, and I work for a division that services other divisions within the agency. So I still have that support, role, and it's kind of what I've been doing for the last 10 years of my life, over a decade of my life. So it kind of made sense that I would be kind of in this space with Anthony and kind of supporting him as he built this platform, Eat Okra. So
nice.
I think that's the host's job to ask us that.
Wait, I totally missed it. What happened?
He said, "What is Eat Okra?"
Yes, it is. So what is Eat Okra?
So Eat Okra is a mobile directory app that connects diners to Black-owned food and beverage companies across the country. We started in 2016 when I moved to Brooklyn. Anthony and I were just dating at the time, and I got an apartment out here. I didn't know much about Brooklyn.
Okay.
I was very new to this particular borough. No one really ventures out into Brooklyn unless you absolutely have to. If you live, and I was living in the Bronx at the time, so that's way uptown.
Yeah. Yeah.
So really, the app was really just kind of our way of kind of getting to know Brooklyn because we didn't know anything about it.
Okay.
But we knew that we wanted to support local businesses, and we knew that we wanted to support Black-owned businesses. At the time, Anthony was really trying to figure things out in terms of his career. He'd been a developer, he'd built websites, but he never built an app. And he saw that as kind of like a personal challenge and just an opportunity to build something and then perhaps present it to, a potential employer and say, hey, I built this thing, now can I, make this amount of money, just really kind of like showing his skills and his abilities. So, he was kind of figuring out what he wanted to build. And at the time when we moved here, I didn't have any appliances. I didn't have a refrigerator. I didn't have a stove. So we were really kind of forced to venture out and like find food in the area. And I was just like, wouldn't it be really cool if you kind of could build this app that would make it super easy for people to find Black-owned businesses? I won't lie and say that we were like, yeah, it should be restaurants right at that moment. But then we quickly realized like, okay, featuring all Black-owned businesses would be like this really daunting task that we both couldn't, handle, be having two, full-time jobs.
Yeah.
So then we started to think, and we were like, okay, like what if it was food focused? From a practical standpoint, everyone needs to eat. And food is something that has meant a lot to both of us. My family's from the South. They're from South Carolina, the Charleston area. And his family is from, like I said earlier, Louisiana. So, that's what we kind of settled on. And he started to build it a year. What was it, like a year? You released it in the spring of 2017. And then by the end of the year, you had about like 300 so downloads.
Nice.
So, it was like, okay, people are actually using this, and as more people downloaded the app, they started to request, more cities, more businesses to be added in different cities. Because at first we were just focusing on Brooklyn, and then it went from Brooklyn to, okay, let's, add restaurants in Manhattan and then Queens and then the Bronx. And okay, now we have New York. Like, how can we expand to Jersey and, Philadelphia and Atlanta and start making our way down south? And, as more people started downloading it, then we started to source more, restaurants to add to the platform. So,
Okay. I mean, now we're talking about, it's been like 4 years, like that it's been like you started this engine,
Yeah, about
the
4 or 5 years now.
creation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so during this time, what's been, from the beginning to now, what's been the most challenging part of, you know, from the beginning, from 2016 to today? So like, you know what, this right here, this part was really difficult or challenging for us to push through.
As a developer, the technical parts of it, there's always something that's just difficult to get through, whether you're waiting for the technology to catch up that I was using at the time. I had to build the app twice.
Oh, okay.
From the ground up twice in 2 different languages. Besides that, it was a struggle to get listings, find the black owned restaurants. We had to do all that. The first 3,500 restaurants we added to the platform were all done by us.
Wow.
By
Okay.
hand. We looked up each restaurant. We had to find them through word of mouth, through reading through blogs, reading through Google Docs. You name it, we were looking for it. And then now it's still, the struggle is still finding more black owned restaurants. It's now connecting with the owners to get them to sign up for our platform to maintain their listing.
Yeah.
And then it's a challenge just getting the app in front of more people. Getting the app, we want more people downloading the app, more people using the app daily, engagement, really building that community.
Okay. So what's been the thing that's brought you the most joy from this process of doing it?
for me, it's just knowing that we built something for our community and people are actually using it and actually supporting it and actually like excited about it.
Yeah.
Every so often we'll get like a tweet from someone who is like, oh my God, I just found this really cool app called EatOkra. It's, lists black owned restaurants. And it's like, I always wonder, like, am I ever going to get like tired or not tired, but is this ever not going to make me feel like happy or excited to know that someone is actually using the platform and actually likes, what we're doing. And, it hasn't happened yet. And I don't think it's going to happen because, as we grow and as we learn, we're just figuring out new ways that we can be a resource and we can help, our community. So, um, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that it's so fun to see, different hearing about people using the app in different ways. One woman said her husband is a flight attendant. Every time he lands in a different city, he's using the app. Another person said her and her daughter went on a trip to Oakland and they used the app the entire weekend.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I got an email today about a woman who runs a baseball program. Who's like a soccer mom or has a team.
Yeah.
They're gonna be using the app to, like, when they travel to different games. These are the black owned restaurants near this site, this game, and they're gonna be like they want me to do some work technically to help them out, but yeah, just different ways people are using the app. It's so fun, and then not to mention the owners telling us, we had people come to the restaurant just because
of the app.
Yeah, and then the other day, right, somebody on Instagram was like, they traveled to a different city to Brotherly Grub because they heard about it from EatOkra.
Yeah.
And then when they got there, they were like singing and dancing, and they were shouting out "Eat Okra" in the video. It was
Oh,
pretty
that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that has to be a great feeling.
Uh,
It has to be a great feeling. And knowing like it is, and just even for myself in my travels, um, as you know, I'm sure a lot of my friends know, that's probably one of the first things that I do and that I think about when I'm in a new city. I'm like, I wonder what Black-owned restaurants are here and what they're and what are they doing? And and not just um and what I also appreciate about the app, it's not just, of course, not just soul food. That's not all we do. It is definitely, part of our foundation, which is amazing and wonderful. But to then discover all of these other either wineries or even coffee shops and the cool food or the just things that I've been surprised that we're out here doing and we're cooking, and I get excited about it, and I'm like, yes, I want to support it, and I want to know where we are, and I want to know what we're doing, and I want to sit here and I want to eat and tell other people about it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, for
it's
sure.
great. It's great. What is the one thing now that you want that you feel like people should know about Eat Okra? What's the one? Is there one thing, we know about the restaurants, we know about, bakeries and cafes, and it may not be that, but what's the one thing you want people to, to walk away with or to know about Eat Okra?
Um, that we're. I feel like we're building a community. From the thing with a platform is like you can it in owning the technology, you can kind of do whatever you want to do. Um,
Mhm.
and so I think as a company, we're building a community. It's we have the app, and it's a great tool.
Mhm.
And we want people to download it and use it, of course. But I think we're figuring out ways of how we can grow beyond it, and how we can reach people beyond it, and what we can do to help business owners, Black business owners in various ways, beyond just the app. So I think the app is kind of like the seed, and then we're planting that seed, and we're growing into something else.
Yeah, and to go with that, on its face, what the on the front side, we're directory, but on the back end, we're empowering business owners.
Yeah.
We're bringing them together to create one group, one buying, purchasing group that has power, and that's our vision.
Awesome. Awesome. Would so with that, have you seen any like food trends? Do you see anything that you think that's going to be trending um, this summer for as far as restaurants and food and bakeries so far? Is there anything that you say like this is going to be these are going to be the hot spots or the hot items this summer?
Um, in terms of trends, I think because you know because of COVID,
Mhm.
I think at home experiences is going to be something that sticks around and even grows even more uh, into the summer and beyond. I think there are going to be, we're getting our vaccines, and people are going to be hanging out and going out, and that's great.
Yeah.
We want that because these businesses, we need that. um but there have also been things that they've done and explored with virtual events to kind of make money, but also engage with their customer base too. So I think those things aren't going to go away. I think that people are just going to figure out how they can expand on those things, whether they're like private chef cater
Hmm.
intimate events, or maybe just like virtual cooking classes, or even like at home cooking. Like people are going to maybe be staying home and figuring out like how can I cook things at home, if I don't want to go out, or if I don't feel like I'm comfortable with going out and being in crowds right now. So I think those things are here to stay. I don't think they're gonna go away. I just think that they're just a pivot, and certain people are gonna maximize on those opportunities, and
Yeah, and I
make
think
some
that
money.
um, we're gonna see a lot more virtual kitchens and ghost kitchens. As
Mm,
having a brick and mortar is a little pricey.
yeah,
That trend has already started.
yeah. That's
And as
really
far
that's
as like
really good.
individual dishes, we don't have that quite insight yet. We are working on a solution to provide ordering through the app.
Oh,
So hopefully
nice.
within the next 6 months ish,
Okay,
at the latest, we hope to have allow you to order right through the app from your favorite restaurant.
nice, nice. Well, listen, with those things that you just talked about, people, if you're listening and watching, if you're going to be cooking at home or you're thinking about eating at home for those home barbecues or those home little events, um, download the app, Eat Okra, and find these restaurants and order from them.
And
That's
also,
the way
wait,
to
I
go.
wanted to mention too that we're launching a marketplace. It should be up within the next couple weeks. So, our marketplace is going to feature, condiments, spices, rubs, barbecue sauces, and things like that, hot sauces, snacks. So, if you are that person who's like, I want to support Black business owners, I don't necessarily want to go out to a restaurant, you can purchase products on our marketplace and you'll still be supporting a Black business owner.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
like Janique said, to go with what your question was, that is a trend too. People, a lot more um, chefs, restaurant owners, have had more time during the last year to like really start, finding other ways to supplement that loss of.
Yeah,
So products was one thing we're seeing a lot more people starting to get into, starting to do. So yeah, and that's why we started the marketplace, because we saw that kind of a trend and noticed that there's another gap there that we can help solve, help
nice.
provide more opportunity.
That's cool. That's cool. So, wait, someone just said, Wanda said, I downloaded it as they are speaking. Yes, Wanda.
Wanda, where are you from?
Wanda, where are you? Tell us where you are from, Wanda. Um, and then someone Verna says, do they have any on Long Island? They should post in Black Long Island on Facebook. There's 37,000 members.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I think we have a
we have a
few.
few in Long Island, but
Yeah.
there's definitely a tons more out there, but we have not been able to find them. I think it was maybe a year, 2 years ago. I actually posted in that group a few times, and no one ever gives me any love to tell me where the black-owned
So
restaurants
Wanda,
are.
no,
They're in the
Verna.
group. Please
Verna,
help.
you gotta hit them up on IG and say, hey, here is the info on Long Island. Oh, Wanda's from Arizona.
Okay, nice.
He's from
Thank
Arizona.
you, Verna. She said she
Um,
too.
Wanda said, I just found Lolo's chicken. Okay, for Lolo's chicken. And Verna said, I will help them. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good stuff. So, wait, don't you guys have something going on this weekend? Is something happening this weekend in DC?
Oh. I was like, we do?
Like, what's going on? I don't know what you talking about. What you talking about?
So yeah, we have a partnership with Ubereats.
Yes.
Yeah, we just started our partnership with them this year, which is really exciting. And they have this campaign where they're doing these pop-ups in different cities across the country. And really the goal, the first one was in New York City. It was in Harlem. And they built out these really, really nice pavilions, outdoor pavilions for restaurants in a neighborhood called Strivers Row, which is a really prominent neighborhood, in historical neighborhood in Harlem. So the pavilions really gave those restaurants an opportunity to have really nice outdoor seating options for their patrons during the winter season.
Okay.
So the next city they moved to, which was is DC, and that pop-up program launched at the beginning of the month. So the first weekend of April it launched. Um, and really the program is they partnered with an outdoor event space called the Sandlot DC, Sandlot Southeast, and the program provides rent-free residencies for the participating Black-owned restaurants.
Okay.
The space is in a neighborhood called the Navy Yard, and it is right across from National Stadium. The Nationals are the baseball team in DC.
Okay.
So it really is just another opportunity for restaurants to kind of make some additional revenue in a location that they don't have already have a presence in.
Okay.
A lot of them are, their brick and mortars might be in another area in DC. So now they have access to a community and a crowd that they necessarily wouldn't have access to. Yeah, and it's really great. The program, supports, brick and mortar restaurants, caterers, food trucks, and even
some products.
Yeah. So they
Okay.
built like a small little marketplace. So if you make products and things like that, you could still be featured.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say again, I think what you're doing is fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm here for it. I would definitely will be supporting. I will be getting out here and using the app and saying this is where I am today and where I'm reviewing and writing and talking about. And I will be using the EatOkra app. And yes, you guys are awesome. Yeah. So are you going to be my co-host for tonight?
Yeah, I thought that was the plan.
Oh, yes. Yes. So we are about to get into this next segment. We're going to transition a little bit. It's all about food, but we're going to transition. And my next segment is called Delicious Bites. And normally Delicious Bites, this segment, I find some place that I've discovered that I think is awesome, and I talk about it. But today I did this a little differently because there is she has a show on the Food Network, and she's from the Midwest. I'm from the Midwest. And she put this was something that has been trending all week. And I've had at least 3 people send me this video about this popcorn snap pea salad. And she said it was something that happened in the Midwest. And I was like, I don't know what Midwest is she talking about? Because I've never, ever heard of it. So let's take a look real quick.
Whenever I make this salad, I have to make extra popcorn so I can snack on it while I'm cooking. I love that cheesy seasoning. The texture of the popcorn in this salad is so weirdly good. I just can't get enough of it. So our friends Ashley and Seth are coming in from Fargo to bowl with us, and Seth's actually helping Nick build the bowling lane, which is great because he is a legit carpenter. His work is beautiful. This is nice and combined. I'll save the rest of this popcorn for Nick. I'll dump this into my serving bowl. I'll just pile it in. This is gonna look so fun on the table. And then to finish it, I'll top it with my reserved celery leaves and a pile of watercress. The watercress will add a peppery kick and just a beautiful pop of green on top. I'll chop off the stems. I'll pile on the full leaves. And then my celery leaves. See, it looks like you're gonna get a salad, but you look underneath and you see a pile of popcorn. That is my kind of salad. I'm gonna taste it. And this is a salad that you eat with a spoon. That is like crunch on crunch on crunch. And I love the white cheddar powder in there. This salad is gonna crunch. I mean, crush at our party.
I have never heard of popcorn salad. It is surprisingly delicious.
I want her to
Oh
stop.
my God.
I do. I want her to stop. But the best part about that video for me is when she tasted that popcorn. And if you see her face, because she's like, my bad. I am so sorry, y'all. I have never, I'm from the Midwest.
Is that an Ohio thing?
That is not an Ohio thing.
Okay, because
It is not an Ohio thing. I've never, ever.
I never want to go to Ohio. Then.
No, because then I was like, okay, because we just took a clip of that video, so I'm going to tell you what's in it. So she takes the popcorn and she puts white cheddar powder on it first. Then she makes the dressing, which is mayo, sour cream, Dijon mustard, sugar, salt, pepper, and apple cider vinegar. Then she cuts up some shallots, some carrots, snap peas, and celery, and mixes that up and serves it to her friends, which is shameful to me. Shame. It's shameful. What are y'all out here talking about?
It's definitely interesting for sure.
Yeah.
She's wrong. She's wrong all day for that.
Wow.
Can you say she's what?
My thing is when the popcorn gets soggy.
That's what I was wondering too.
Who
Like,
wants wet popcorn?
Yeah, that's what my thing was too. I like a crunch.
Wants wet popcorn.
That's definitely something you have to eat right away.
Yes.
That's
It's wrong. It is just wrong. Kenya says, no, it is not an Ohio thing. It is not an Ohio thing. Midwest, Sharon says Midwest Mars. I think so. I don't know. Because she's wrong. Berta says, nope, never.
Not claiming it.
Yeah. Jason says that sound doesn't know if it should be at a movie or a brunch. It does not. It's just wrong. Clearly all day.
Yeah.
All day. What's going?
You
Oh,
guys
somebody.
a basketball, football game or something? A basketball?
Yeah, she was wrong. She was wrong for that. But that was listen, I had to share that one because I was like, really? Let me see what people say about this. Because
yeah, I saw people talking about that one on Twitter. I never actually watched the video though. Because I saw like the title, like salad and popcorn, and I just knew it was a mess.
Yeah.
Like,
it is a mess. It's a mess all day. It's a mess. I was like, make her stop. And she's hyped. So as long as she likes it, I guess it doesn't matter. I guess we'll just let her have that. So with that, we are going to go ahead and get into In Between the Bites. And my In Between the Bites segment is really just that. What's happening out here in this world of ours? What are people doing? And there's some other folks out here doing some really great things like EatOkra is doing, and that is Master P and his son Romeo. Now, earlier this year, I talked about Master P because he had some cereal. He had come up with three cereal brands, very close to like Fruit Loops and some other ones, but like Fruit Loops, I think he called it Loopies or something real crazy, but it was hilarious. But listen, I'm not gonna knock it because they have just they're starting some grocery store chains. They've partnered up with Rouse Markets. So what they're doing, putting Black-owned products in Rouse markets, creating economic empowerment. They have this plan of action. They say we are getting Black-owned products into Rouse supermarkets in New Orleans. We were just talking about this. We were just talking about New Orleans. In New Orleans, this is how we create economic empowerment. This is only the beginning. Salute to Rouse's for being a part of the movement. Percy Master P. Miller opened a new supermarket in New Orleans senior living facility. So he and his family are out here again creating and making a way for Black-owned businesses and putting their products in grocery stores and collaborating, which I think is brilliant, with a grocery store and saying, hey, let's do this. They did earlier, I think it was last week, I saw that they had, for the Rouse Market, the first one that they collaborated with, they had at least 10 to 20 Black-owned businesses outside of the grocery store in the parking lot. So whatever they were selling, whatever the products were, either if they're cooking, like you were saying, barbecues, seasonings, they were out there creating with their products, be it baked goods or whatever it was, and those products are going into the store. So I think that's just a wonderful thing, a great thing.
Yeah. Master P and his son are really out there doing it. Mm-hmm. They're doing the work, putting the time in.
Yeah, awesome. Always creating, and I think that's wonderful. This is back to the popcorn lady. She might be from Chillicothe or Lancaster, Ohio. They do lightweight different. Y'all are crazy out here. Yes, they do. It's interesting. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that and salute Master P and Romeo, because I think that's pretty awesome. And that's what we should be doing. And that's how we support each other and own. Mm-hmm. That is how we support each other and own. I also want to talk about really quick about, I don't know if you all heard this, and this just happened over the last couple of days. If you are, in the food world or a foodie, so many of us know Tabitha Brown. And Tabitha Brown is, I guess she's an influencer. She's on Instagram, Twitter. She's a vegan, and she's always cooking vegan recipes, and she's just done some amazing things. And I follow her, and I think she's great. The interesting thing that happened with her this week, and this is when we get back to when we talk about supporting each other, especially in our community, in the Black community. She had put a post up this week, just a short video of just how she was feeling about what happened to Dante Wright, and how we should be supporting each other and what we could do better, and just her feelings, and how she was just really feeling heavy and just expressing, and she was expressing that. And something happened, which I thought was crazy, is that Instagram blocked people from being able to share that video that she posted. And people were like, hey, I can't share this. Why can't I share it? And it went on for, I think that it was like all day yesterday. And I just kind of caught up on it today because I saw it, but I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then she mentioned later in the day, I don't understand. I didn't say anything negative, anything, that should be banned for you to ban my video. And the great thing about that is, and this is the moment of support, and I'm sure, our community supported, but the community period as a whole, people supported her in that, and responded to Instagram. She had, I think yesterday or as of today, over 900,000 people who had watched that video and commented, and they basically forced Instagram to lift the hold or the ban that they had on that video. And with that, it's that moment of, there's so much going on in the world around us that's, there's a lot of negative stuff. And this, here we are again, another case with Dante Wright, but it was very inspiring and uplifting message. And even in that, and I think my point is just remembering we still have to, it's imperative that we support each other in so many things. and just pay attention to what's happening around us. Because now, are you saying now we're getting shut down or banned for even kind of speaking our truth and being positive about what's happening? It wasn't like, forget the police. It was nothing like that. It was like, listen, we all need help. So, but let's do it together. And I was really surprised that Instagram blocked her. But as of today, there was an apology, and I think she probably has more people rallying for her. And she mentioned that. So I just in that, as we're talking about supporting and Black businesses and supporting each other, I think too is just a reminder to pay attention, for us to really pay attention to what's happening around us. And sometimes when we think that we can't do something, it doesn't have to be anything big. It could really be, you know what, I am going to share this post, or I'm going to respond to an Instagram or whoever. Like, no, that's not okay. We are saying that this is not okay. So
yeah,
I don't know if you guys, did you see that at all?
I did not see that.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. And
Yeah, it's interesting. If you have a chance, check it out. Anybody, it was a really interesting it was an interesting day, I think, for her, and really for the community, especially like if you're on these platforms.
Similar things happen. There's a really popular blogger and writer in the DC area named Anela Malik. Who last year, she does a lot of work with Black-owned restaurants in the DC or the DMV area. Where she creates content for them. She even does like some consulting for them on, coaching them on, how they can improve their digital marketing. Actually, she's going to be on a webinar session as a part of the series that we have going on this month to kind of empower Black-owned businesses and kind of teaching them how to how to utilize social media and navigate the world of digital marketing, which is really important, especially now. But she last year, I say all that to say this, her page was just deleted last year, like out of just nowhere, with no reasoning, no justification for why.
I think it happened twice.
Yeah, I think it was about like two or three times. And it takes a long time to kind of build up a following.
It does.
Engage with your platform and get to know you. So they deactivated her account for a little while, and then a lot of us was just like writing Instagram, like just kind of trying to advocate in some way and say, bring her page back, because she's an asset to our community. She helps the businesses in her in her area. So eventually they did bring her page back. There was never any justification, never any explanation as to why they deleted it. But things like that happen, and that's why it's important to support platforms that are built and intentional.
It's
like
true.
EatOkra. No, I'm just
no. No, that is exactly what you do. You are exactly right. You are exactly right. That is what you do. That is what you say, and that is the truth. And that is a reminder. It's like, eat okra.
Yeah,
that is what we should be doing.
Any of us can get our stuff taken down like that when we don't own it. It's not ours. We don't make the money from it.
And, and we make with our creativity and the things that we bring to the table, a lot of times we make these platforms what they are, Black people with our, TikTok dances and things like that, like these platforms are built on our backs almost, in a sense. So,
Indeed. All right. Well, listen, we're about to get into another fun segment. Now, this is smash or pass.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying.
Smash. No.
Just saying. It's so smash or pass is I'm going to show you a dish, a drink, some food, and you're going to say, pass. Or, yeah, I would smash all day and again.
Okay.
I would do. So first up is
What?
Is
that a pickle, an egg, and a
pickle?
Yes, you are correct. That is a pickle. It is pickle and ice cream cupcake. So we have cupcake seasoned. This is a cupcake seasoned with dill and onion powder, contained with pickle juice and chopped pickles, vanilla ice cream on top. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to pass on it. I'm curious, but my stomach is just like, you better pass. If you know it's good for you.
I think my mom would say smash. I'm gonna say pass though.
Okay.
Like I love pickles and I love ice cream and I love cupcakes, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a lot. I was like, dill in the batter? Like that's a lot. Jason says what? Jason, I know that is what is happening. But Jason is also curious, so Jason might smash.
I want to pass.
No, he says he would pass.
And I just had a little piece.
Just a little taste.
Yes. Vernon says never. And I get it. And I do think that this just may be a pass.
Is that another Midwest?
It is not. Stop that. It is not. I know that's other stuff. It sounded a little crazy, but all right. So next, so that's a pass on the pickle vanilla ice cream cupcake. And here we go.
Jalapeno.
Chocolate covered jalapenos?
Chocolate. Yes. They are chocolate covered jalapenos with peanut butter inside. So they're stuffed with, filled with peanut butter, jalapeno peppers, dipped in chocolate.
I think you had me until there was peanut butter inside. You
know what? When I read it, when I first saw it, I was like, I might try it because it's that sweet, maybe salty, spicy, that might work. But I was like, I'm gonna pass because no.
Yeah.
Waste of calories. Yes. Waste of calories.
Jason knocked up.
Yes, Jason knocked up. I don't know. But I think Jason has to say, I think Jason will probably pass on that. I don't know.
Yeah, Jason said he'd pass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did. Jason said pass. That's funny. Why is everyone doing so much? I don't know. People, and this is the other thing. I think we're home and people are just trying all kinds of stuff. Like, let me see if I could do this. Let me see about that. Yeah, I think this is a pass too. All right.
It was like, it was right. And then you added something else. Like,
yes.
You need to do that. But we have this need to just
take it one step too far.
More. It's like,
one step too far. It's like, okay.
Leave it where it's at. It's perfect. Like, don't touch it.
Yeah, no. But then here we go. Oh, and here we go with this one. And this is, let me help you out with this one.
Peanut butter.
Sit with it. There is the peanut butter again.
And jelly and what else?
So this is a hamburger. It's a burger with a peanut butter jelly burger. So we have peanut butter, strawberry jam with goat cheese.
I'm gonna try it because I like burgers.
Yeah,
so I'm definitely gonna try it. But that's like a soft. I'm gonna try it.
While he's trying it, I'll eat the French fries.
Right.
Those look like fries. Sweet potato fries.
Whatever. I'll eat those.
If there wasn't any peanut butter, I might.
Yeah, like I might gotta put peanut butter on it.
Yeah. Sounds Jason, really? Sounds good? Okay.
Nauseous pass, please.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Why?
I don't know if this picture does it justice.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's okay. One says it's a crime. It might be. It might be a crime.
Yeah, trying to that burger, that patty. That beef
yeah.
really
It's not the best looking burger
patty.
hamburger. So, all right, last one.
I'm gonna take it. Whatever it is, I'm gonna take it.
We don't even know what that is.
This one's not too bad. So this is a Sour Patch watermelon slushie.
All that sugar.
I know. Oh, my stomach.
So we have vodka, Sprite, lemonade, ice, and pink food coloring.
Oh, I got it. That's good.
I'll smash with some hesitation.
Like just a little bit. Smash. Okay.
Smash no vodka, right? I don't really drink vodka.
Smash no vodka. Okay. Wanda says smash.
Oh, that sugar though.
Sharon, you said, why are y'all trying to fix this? I think you're talking about why we're trying to fix the burger. We may have been. I think I was trying to fix the burger. I probably was. I was like, if you do it with no peanut butter, then it might be all right.
Right.
Yeah. No, I would smash. I think this is a smash for me.
Yeah.
I would try it.
I would try it for sure.
I would totally try it. So yeah. And that is mash or pass. Yes. Our last segment, we're about to go ahead into this central food fact. And this is just a little moment that I enjoy sharing with you all. In case you didn't know, this is something I didn't know. So I'm going to tell you about cucumber. Did you know that cucumber is considered one of the oldest fruits or vegetables in the world? Turns out what we think of as an ubiquitous salad garnish was once an essential food. Cucumber has been cultivated for over 3,000 years. And did you know the Romans worked out a system to grow this slender green fruit year-round? It appears they used an early version of a greenhouse system. But although the ancient Romans seemed to appreciate what cucumbers brought to the table, they feared that this fruit would have a cooling effect on sexual passion. So, however, other cultures embraced the shaft-like appearance of cucumber, determining that on shape alone, this versatile fruit is clearly an aphrodisiac, a food of arousal. But from a nutritional standpoint, cucumber has much more to offer to your sex life and overall health than a suggestive appearance. So cucumber has, let's see, these vitamins in here. Vitamin C, lots of vitamin C. Some nutritional authorities claim that the cilia in cucumbers make this fruit something of a culinary foundation of youth. So, there's kind of a debate about cucumber, but it is considered to be an aphrodisiac.
Nice.
And I didn't know that.
Did you
And
know?
that is our central food fact. The cucumber.
No, I didn't know that.
See, you said you did or did not?
No, I did not know that.
The cucumber. Yes. And the cucumber is also great for, it says in the research, for women and our libidos. So cucumber, summer salad. I'm just saying.
More cucumbers it is.
Yes. Cucumbers for the ladies.
I'm gonna come in here with a whole bag of them tomorrow.
Cucumbers for the ladies. Yes. So listen, we are at the end of
Really?
the show.
Wow.
So why don't you, this is in case you all don't know what it looks like, go find the app, go download EatOkra. Tell everyone how and where we can find you.
Yes, please Google Eat Okra first, or go to your app store, type in Eat Okra. We should show up. Visit the website. There's links there to download the app. Soon, over the next few months, we're going to be updating the website so that you can actually just search, right there on the website.
And the website is www.eatokra.com. I'm sorry.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Wait, let's see what's going on. Yes, Jason said I'm doing it right now.
Jason, you just now doing it?
Jason
We've been on for an hour. What's going on?
Passing and smashing. He was busy passing and smashing. So it's
yes. So again, thank you so much for being here tonight. I've enjoyed it. I'm excited to see where this goes. And to download the app means that we are a part of the community and we are a part of the ride and a part of the journey. So I am definitely excited and happy to be a part. And again, folks, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this episode, and hit the bell, ring the bell. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Food Worth Forking. And we have a few more calls. So awesome. I'm excited to share with my Yes, Sharon. Thank you so much. You're gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be fun. And listen, one thing I do want to say, and I meant to mention this earlier, is I know we all know, and it's been in the news, and we lost like a hip hop legend last week, and that is DMX Earl Simmons, and just having a moment for him and wishing. Giving condolences to his family and his friends. I was a DMX fan. And so it's just really crazy how life is and what's happening around us. So tell people that you love them now. Even if you haven't spoken to someone in a long time, call them up, reach out, and do it. And I wanted to read this real quick and not to, drag this out this evening. But one of the things that just moved me about just learning more about DMX and seeing the prayers that he had or the videos and how people have just been sharing so much of him over the last couple of weeks. And I just think it's pretty incredible. So one of the prayers that I just want to end with this, because I just thought it was great. And I would play the video, but I don't know if I get in trouble for playing video. So I'm just going to read it. So in one of the clips that I saw, one of DMX prayers this prayer is, and he says, "Let us pray." Oh, wait, hold on. I know I have this. Let me do this real quick. Let's do that. Yes. For the brother. Let us pray. Lord Jesus, it is you who wakes me up every day, and I am forever grateful for your love. This is why I pray. You let me touch so many people, and it's all for the good. I influenced so many children I never thought I would. And I couldn't take credit for the love they get because all comes from you, Lord. I'm just the one that's given it. And when it seems like the pressure gets to be too much, I take time out and pray and ask that you be my crutch. Lord, I am not perfect by a long shot. I confess to you daily, but I work harder every day, and I hope that you hear me. In my heart, I mean well, but if you'll help me to grow, then what I have in my heart will begin to show. And when I get going, I'm not looking back for nothing, because I will know where I'm headed. I'm so tired of the suffering. I stand before you, a weakened version of your reflection, begging for direction for my soul needs resurrection. I don't deserve what you've given me, but you never took it from me because I am grateful and I use it and I do not worship money. If what you want from me is to bring your children to you, my regret is only having one life to do it instead of two. Amen.
Wow.
I just thought that was so powerful. And his presence has definitely been a blessing. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. And until we eat again, make it food worth forking. Have a good night.